Well, hey there, cats and kittens. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I'm your boss. I'm your boss. I'm your boss. I'm your host, Boss Kitty. Sorry, I was trying to figure out the music. It showed that it wasn't going down, but it sounds so much lower in my mind or in my ear. Anyway, hello. I hope you all are having a wonderful Wednesday. Clearly, I don't know how to speak any longer, so this will be a lot of fun for the next hour and a half or so. If you're new to the show, welcome. We're thrilled to have you here with us.
Thank you for being
just keep in mind, you'll want to hit the subscribe button because we do play games throughout the show, and the only way that you're eligible to play is by being a subscriber and chatting it up with us. So those are our incentives for you to hit that subscribe button. Hello, everybody. Looking cute as... Oh, thank you. It's the shirt. I love this shirt so much, and it really does look like our original Pounce, which is really fantastic. You seem like you'd be a fun boss. I'm kind of a bossy person sometimes. I don't know if I would be a very fun boss. TK, get out of here. You love your knitting machine. You have heavily reliant on alt-knots tutorials. Knitting machines are interesting. I got one once, the Addy one, to make sock blanks so that I could do gradient yarn, and it did not work for that. It didn't work because I was using a fingering weight yarn in it. I think if I got another one and it was solely for the purpose that it's supposed to be made for and I was using the right weight, I'd probably have a lot of fun with it. I didn't keep it very long, though. Hello, hello. Second time here. Hello, Jacqueline. How are you? Well, we're thrilled to have all of you here with us. So we're going to continue the same vibe that we've been doing for the last few days. I've got my undyed fiber right here. It is a BFL and silk blend, and we're going to go ahead and spin that tonight because eventually we're going to go ahead and ply it with this beauty, which is just straight up BFL. So that's what we're going to do this evening. It's going to roll away if I'm not careful. So let's go ahead and get to our workspace. Here we are. Look at that. A whole workspace with stuff on it. This has been a lot of fun to actually draft. Like, drafting this has been delightful, that's when you're pulling the fibers apart like this. That's what drafting is called. And sometimes it can be kind of a pain in the hiney. But this has been very light and fluffy and has worked really well for me. I haven't had any problems with it so far. And as you guys can see, I did a little bit of it here and there in the last day or so because we had just started this when we left the show last. Thank you, Moonbo. I'm really excited about it. As always, they're doing great, Samantha. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I hope you guys aren't having any buffering issues. It looks like we've got a good connection. TK, it's just you. What is BFL? BFL is a type of sheep. It stands for Blue-Faced Leicester. And it is a favorite along in the fiber community because it is soft and it's easy to work with. It takes dye really well. It's easy to spin. It holds its ply nicely and really has a pronounced form to it, I guess. And like all wool, it makes great clothing. So it's all in all a generally nice fiber to play with. People really love merino. It's super soft, which is what our stuff is made out of, superwash merino, and it is a little softer than BFL, I would say. But the problem with merino for spinning, at least my personal feelings on it, merino has kind of a shorter staple to it. The length of the fiber of the hair is a little shorter, so it becomes a little harder to get that nice smooth look while you're spinning it. It's not as easy to spin, so it's not generally something I would recommend to brand new spinners. BFL is usually the to-go-to, I would say, for brand new spinners to try out. Awesome. Yes, so we do have show and tell up over in our Discord. If you haven't checked that out yet, definitely head over there. You can put in your finished objects, your works in progress. It doesn't have to be fiber related. It can be anything you're working on that you're really proud of. Or just something, even if you're not working on it, just something you want to share with us. Just remember, it's 1 post per person, up to 3 pictures. Well, Elizabeth, I hope it's better now. You guys are making me nervous. Whew. Oh my gosh. And if you haven't done it yet, make sure you hit that like button, kids. really, we want to get the Boss Kitty word out to people. We want them to see the show, and the only way that's going to happen is by hitting that like button. It's like the easiest way of telling your friends about it. And strangers. It's not like I'm asking you to go to people's doors and like knock on them and be like, "Hello, have you heard the word of Boss Kitty?" Although that would be kind of amazing. I don't know. I don't know how that would go over, but I don't want to become cult status. Oh, thank you, T. Hi, Maxo. It's so good to see you. I changed the number. I was going to put up there, sometimes there's nothing in my brain to write, but I didn't have time. Did I get my baby tooth out? My baby tooth has been out for some time now. We're just waiting for the grown-up tooth to kick rocks and actually show up. Laura, hello. And now we're singing Book of Mormon. Thank you, Laura. I knew somebody would catch on. Did you see? Okay, oh my gosh. There is a RPG that's going to be released on Steam, I think they said, that is a musical RPG. I might have tinkled my pants when I read that. I might have squealed like a child. All of my dreams were put into one little thing, and it was a lot. It was a little overwhelming. Yeah, it was a lot. I'm very excited to see what they do with it and how they do it. Like, is it just going to be a bunch of bards? What the fuck? It's nice to be here. You've been on break from devices, Discord, etc., but you're always and we're always a big fan of you as well, Maxo. Take as many breaks as you need. Totally understandable. Hello, Bubbles. Like the show with all 3 of your accounts. Thank you. Doing great, Crochet. How are you? I know I need it too, Virginia. I don't remember what it's called. I'll have to look into it and throw it up in Discord to tell you guys about it. My drinking water tonight. I am drinking water tonight. I've got my water bottle right next to me. Yeah. No coffee at the moment. Although I had a big old thing of coffee right before I was out of work today, so I probably don't need any more. How's the move in the new studio? What a great question. It's going well. It's slow going, but here's the new studio. Behold. We're getting it put together slowly but surely. It's starting to work out. TK, yes, in fact, put floor paneling up on my wall, and it's fantastic. We have a little chalkboard right here. Yeah, we're really digging it. The rest of the house is coming along. You know, it's a slow process, right? You move into a new space, and you realize that you don't have the things you need, or you have too many of other things. So while we're getting rid of stuff, we also have stuff that we have to pick up, and it's not cheap. So that's kind of frustrating sometimes. I have a whole backyard that's got a great garden in it that I've never gardened before, really, and I'm very excited to do it, but it's also very overwhelming. So there's that. And it's just trying to get everything out of boxes. It doesn't help that local yarn shop day is in 2 weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't know. I think it's like a week and a half. And so I need to get the yarn finished up for that. And I don't really have a dye studio yet because the garage is still full of boxes and things. And so I have this like little corner by the sink in the garage that I've been kind of using as a makeshift studio. And it's something else. I'll tell you this. It has taught me what I do need to get once I have that dye studio put together. So there's that, I guess. And it certainly is testing my abilities, and in a good way. There is a Turkish lamp in TK's living room. It's true. He's not sure how he feels about it yet. I think it's pretty cool. I just don't know. It's one of those pieces where you got to find the right place for it, right? And I think it's really cool, and I think that it belongs in our living room. Even in where it is, I just think once you add other things around it, it'll be much better. It is something else, though. Oh, there we go. Some schmutz on my hand. Local Yarn Shop Day is the 29th, yes. So on the 29th, we will be at Wild Knits in Salem, Oregon. If you are local, please feel free to swing by and say hi. We're going to have a blast. If you're not local, that's okay. you can always hop onto our website, bosskittyshop.com, and shop there if you want. Especially if you don't have a local yarn shop store. Remember that in our heart of hearts, we are your local yarn shop store. So feel free to hop in there and, you know, make your purchases. Hi, Dawn. How are you? It is good to see you as well. You did, Megan. You have a Turkish coffee pot lamp in your living room. This thing has nine lights on it. It's 6 feet tall. It is a piece. I really want TK to post a picture of it. Hi, everything guy. It's good to see you, Tyler. Oh, I'm glad, Trina. I'm glad you're enjoying the spinning. So yeah, but then we will also, if you're a patron, right after Local Yarn Shop Day on the 29th, so the 30th in the morning, Sunday the 30th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, for our patrons, we will have our next round of Fleece to Finished project. And I believe we're still going to be spinning because we need to ply the, maybe we do need to ply it, maybe we don't. Maybe we start weaving. I don't know. I have to decide if I want to ply that with something or if I just want it to be a single ply, but I do think I want to ply it. So we're going to end up plying it with something. I don't know what yet. I haven't really decided that. I should probably figure that out, shouldn't I? I feel like I'm cheating if I ply it with something that's not the Shetland that we've been processing, but I also feel like it's okay to incorporate and add other fibers into it. Oh, we already have the lamp. 100%. It's in my living room. You'll try to astro project to see your local yarn shop. Say, but I have yet to have a successful flight. I always fall asleep. That's hilarious. The last Saturday in the month, I'm going to a fiber festival. That's exciting, Marie. Hello, Roxanne. How are you? You guys have 3 whole minutes until our next round, or our first round of the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Just a real quick update. We did not get our new dad jokes in yet, so like the next round of dad jokes in yet. So if you hit a dad joke, I've got dad advice for you instead, and it's cold, hard, and straight to the point. So I've got cards for it. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll enjoy it. I hope you'll enjoy it. I had all your supplies. I'd crochet or knit a mouse, stuff it with some fiber, and catnip, 1 per cat. So for Gracie's birthday last year, I think, we actually spent a show making catnip fishes out of some of my old fiber. Some of the fat cat that I used to make, which was a worsted weight. We don't carry it anymore. And I think there's 3 of them, 1 for each cat. There might be 2, I don't remember. But they have catnip in them, and to this day, over a year later, it is their favorite toys. It's because yarn is kind of sticky, so it kind of sticks to their paws a little bit, right? Like with their claws and everything. And it's got that catnip in it, so they can sit there and go like this, and it doesn't fly away. Oh my god, they love them so much. Con will stick it in his mouth, and he'll just start howling. Blissfully. You want BK dad advice? Well, I don't have the dad outfit on, unfortunately. Hi, Kayla. How are you? I could use some dad advice. What is that green color yarn on the table? What a great question. So this is Forest Park in Kitty Glitter. We do carry this in Cat's Cradle, Kitty Glitter, and BKDK. The only colorway, or the only base that we don't carry it in is Mohair Ball. But it's got this lovely like brassy tone underneath it, you can see, and then it's got this beautiful green wash over the top of it. It looks like a forest. And in fact, there is a park in Portland, Oregon that is called Forest Park, that is the largest city park, I think it is, in the US. I'll have to confirm that with TK. He always knows the exact specifications of that, and I never remember them. Thank you, Kayla. It's one of my favorites. You've seen those lamps and you think they're neat. Lived in Turkey when you were a kid. Your mom brought a lot of old copper pieces and marble knickknacks. Oh, that's awesome, Vicky. Oh, hamburger sounds delicious. With the lion brand, very cool crochet. Yeah, see, this is so nice to spin that I don't even have to look at it while I'm spinning it. May I ask why you don't sell worsted weight yarns? That's a really great question. It's not that we don't want to. It's that we're still pretty small and there's really only the one person dyeing yarn currently. So we've only been carrying the BKDK weight and the kitty glitter for about 2 years now, and we started carrying the mohair ball about a year ago. So we kind of came out with, before that we just carried the fingering weight cat's cradle, and so we kind of came out with new bases, like bam 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 right after the other, also while trying to keep up with the box sets and the show and any trunk shows. We weren't really doing trunk shows at the time, but you know, any wholesale orders and things like that. And so it became a little overwhelming. It became quantity over quality to a degree, especially with the box sets in some cases. Those were not my favorite box sets, although they're still pretty cool. And so we decided to take a step back, just focus on the bases we have for now, and then we'll slowly start releasing other bases as time goes on. I don't know if worsted will end up being one. It's not quite as popular as the DK weight is, but we might do that. TK really wants to carry a plant-based fiber like cotton or bamboo or something like that. So that might be the next thing that we do, but that probably won't be for a little bit just because we've got so much other stuff going on right now. And with that, you guys, it's time for the first round of the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. That is right. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get our handy dandy keyboard out. Glitter DK, Laura, every time. 5,200 acres of old growth forest. There it is. Largest old growth city park in North America. What a mouthful. Okay, so let's get the boring stuff out of the way and then we'll get our winner up. It doesn't feel like Wednesday. All day I feel like it was later in the week. I know, I want it to be the weekend so bad. I'm just done. Bamboo would be really cool. Let's double check something real quickly. Okay, so Crochet Hooked won, it looks like, on the 12th and won't be eligible again until the 26th. But Nightbot clearly loves you. Thank you for being a subscriber. But we're going to go ahead and pick another winner real quickly. Just real quick, we'll just grab somebody. You guys are all so supportive immediately, and I love it. Laura Bronner, congratulations. You are our first contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. I don't think you're on my list. You're not. Sweet. Now you'll be on my list. Okay. Let's do this, girl. Oh, wait, you can't. You can't. You're a moderator. Son of a biscuit eater. I keep forgetting. The moderators are not options. Samantha Stewart, I don't think you're on my list. Give me 1 second here. We'll figure this out. You're not. Okay, Samantha. You are our first contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Congratulations. It only took us 3 tries. Okay, let's get that wheel open for you. Here is our beautiful wheel. If you're new to the show, this is our lovely, colorful wheel that TK has put together for us. It has good things on it. It's got bad things on it. So we've got Ravelry patterns for $10 or $5. We've got Adject Animal Sounds. Dad jokes are actually dad advice tonight. Blinky rolls, Yarn Tarot, Game Over, and free shipping, international and domestic, and then also merch codes, which are good for a sticker and button pack the next time you buy yarn with us. So, Samantha, I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel for you. Are you ready? Let's do it. That's free shipping. Congratulations. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations, you're a winner!
Okay, Samantha, all you need to do is message me in Discord. Actually, I think you've messaged me in Discord before. Yeah, just message me in Discord. I will get you a free shipping code, and it'll be good on your next order of Boss Kitty yarn. So I think they only last a year, though, so keep that in mind. But you do need to message me in the next week or 2 before it becomes void, basically. Congratulations. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. We really appreciate you being part of the Boss Kitty family. Wheel, I will see you in half an hour.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay. Let's get back to our spinning, kids. The wheel is so nice tonight. So nice. Seriously, free shipping is a big deal. Shipping prices are not wee any longer. They're up there. I don't do a lot of things to treat myself, but I use fancy shampoo and conditioner, very fancy shampoo and conditioner, and it's ordered. It gets delivered to our house. And it always takes forever for them to, after they've shipped it, for it to get here. Usually it takes like 2 weeks or so. So they shipped it during the move is what ended up happening. And it's free shipping technically, but we ended up, the change in our address had ended up going through right before it actually got to us. And so the forwarding address became part of this thing, right? And instead of just giving me my damn shipment, they charged me $10 to have to reship it. We moved a whopping 3 miles, 7 if you're lucky. So they didn't have to send it to a different state, barely a different city. Like, there's no way it cost them $10 to send it to a different office, basically. I still have yet to pick it up because they're open the same hours I'm open, and it sucks. But still, I was like, seriously, you're going to charge me $10? Even though it had like forwarding address on it and everything. You don't do that with my mail, yo. Yes, a lot of you guys found us through Altnauts, and we love it. We appreciate all you ghouls being here with us, and we adore Altnauts for sure. We still have a lot of people here who are originally from Twitch, which is really great. Some of our old school crew, basically. And then we have people who just stumble upon us, and I love that. I think that's fantastic. Right? It's one of those happy little surprises you find. Okay, let's just slide this over right there. Perfect. You learned shipping costs have gone up. You've been losing items in your shops online. And oh my God. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. In fact, that Turkish lamp, when we got it, and TK was like, I don't know how I feel about this. I was like, you can return it if you want to. And he looks at me, he goes, we have to pay for shipping all the way back to Turkey. And I was like, oh, well, why don't you just put it up and see if it grows on you first? Let's give it a week or 2. Yay, Megan! Here is a shout out to all my stumblers out there. Junk mail never seems to get lost. It always seems to be in the important things. Man, if it were lost, that would even be easy because they would just resend it to me, free shipping again. It's just the post office being like, give us an extra $10. We're holding your stuff hostage. So ridiculous. And what's really funny, like, I like our new mailman. He's cool and everything, but he showed up with this package, and he's like, I gotta have a package for you. I was like, great. And he's like, but I can't give it to you because it's going to cost $10.40. I was like, what? And I'm like, okay. So do you take card? Because I don't have cash on me. He's like, nope, we only take cash. It's like, I guess take it to the post office, and I'll pick it up at some point in time. And I really need to because I've run out of conditioner. We finally got our fiber optic internet today. Oh my gosh, congratulations! You've been sharing both. Oh, thank you, Dawn. You get all the lost junk mail, Kelly. Oh my goodness. We were in our old place for 7 years, and to that very end, we were still getting mail for the previous resident. Not as often as originally, but pretty darn often. I will say that, though. We have not received any mail for the previous owner of the house. So, good on them. They were responsible. They did what they needed to do. They changed their address, you know, like an adult. I'm really bad at that. Stamps are going up to 66 cents. What? Cock-a-doodle-doo. You're all getting very sleepy. Your lids are getting heavy. Just rock back and forth and back and forth. And when I say the word snifftacular, you will all cluck like chickens or crow like a rooster. Do roosters crow? I don't know. Okay. I'm going to snap my fingers and you're all going to wake up. We've been in this house since 2009 and still get mail for the previous homeowners. Yeah, right? It's like, what is that about? Get a clue. You want to hear something insane? Okay, so I don't know if this works in other states this way, but if at the state of Oregon, if we have an address in the system for a business or somebody, and they don't change it, that mail continues to go to that address. The new person that lives at that address or works at that address can return the mail to us, and we will continue to send it out to them. To that address. We have to. that new person that works there can't call on behalf of the other person and say, hey, stop sending stuff here. It's not that person doesn't live here anymore. That business isn't here any longer. The actual business or person has to call and do that, or the post office has to do that. So that person is just stuck getting that mail and returning it or ignoring it until somebody calls in and tells us not to. You can win again in 2 weeks, Samantha. Oh, thank you, Miriam. Tomorrow you have to make a DIY laundry detergent. Oh, those are really fun. It's double that now. Oh my gosh, Trina. Wow. I mean, I appreciate the mail service. Don't get me wrong, and I don't want it to go anywhere. Yay to our mailman and mail women and mail people in general. But, oh my gosh. I would be fine with it if they would get their shit together in the offices, though. Anyway, I'm not going to complain about the post service too much. Don't worry. The point was, free shipping, very important. Your mom passed away in 29, and your dad in 2015, you still get mail for them. You've been living in your house for 12 years, and you still get mail for the last owner. Oh my gosh. That is not snifftacular. It's not really a real word, but I had to kind of find a way to use it. I should have come up with something more clever, but I couldn't help myself. I need all the chicken and rooster hype, please. Once again, Samantha, you can win again in 2 weeks. You can use your free shipping code for your box set. Absolutely. Not a problem at all. You guys, this is going to be so pretty. I'm so excited about it. Okay. Bark, bark. There it is. I got one. Woohoo. There's our rooster. Here you go, TK. I've used your title. Prank. Right before you leave your house, sign up for a bunch of ghost paranormal things. Tell the new tenant you hear bumping shakes and let the chaos in. Oh my gosh. Keurig wanted to pick tonight to stop working. Oh my gosh, Brittany, I'm so sorry. So we have a sign on our door. One of those no soliciting signs, right? I think it basically says no soliciting unless you are local children with a fundraiser, aka give me cookies. Something along those lines. And it's very polite. TK got, while I was getting ready for the show, actually, somebody knocked on the door. And it was an obnoxious knock, too. Like, they didn't even knock professionally. And I know that sounds dumb. I know that sounds real dumb. But if you are going to a house and you don't know the person, just knock. Don't be like, like they did some type of weird little, you know, what you would do at a friend's house type of knock. Because they were trying to be cool. So he answers the door. And the guy's there. And he's from some, like, local home security place, right? And he starts talking, and TK very politely is pointing to the no solicitation sign. And he's like, oh, I'm not a solicitor. I'm not a solicitor. And he's like, we just wanted to let you know that we pay for all of blah, blah, blah. He's like, you're literally sitting here trying to sell me your system. What else do you call that? So yeah, he went through his spiel and left TK paperwork. I don't get it. I'm like, there's a sign for a reason. We're trying to be as polite as possible. Just leave, please. I don't get it at all. You don't want to live in another haunted house. When you put your code in for your box set, what will the free shipping code will do to So, okay, this is how this works, Samantha. You don't put a code in for your box set. What you do is when you order your box set, and you'll click on the box set when they're available, at the end, there will be a place where you can put a code in for like a coupon, and you will be able to put the code that I will provide you and later on tonight or tomorrow. That code, you can put it in and it will provide you with a free shipping. It'll take your shipping costs off. So that's how that'll work. If anyone makes their own laundry detergent, go to YouTube for One Good Thing by Jilly. Ooh, I'll check it out. I've gotten so tired of trying to figure out what is wrong with you. Doctors, oh, I hope they figure it out for you. That's not good. It's so exhausting to have to go through all that too. All of the appointments and tests and everything. I mean, I know they'll figure it out in the long run and it'll be worth it, but I'm so sorry you're having to go through that. Hey, Jesse, how are you? No, you have to just tell them to leave sometimes. And neither of us are good at that. Like, we're generally nice people. We're not people who like to get in your face or, you know, we don't like conflict with other people. I think that's an Oregon thing. Oregon's a really passive aggressive state. Like, we don't like to get aggressively in people's face and cause conflict, but we do like to make sure you know that we are not pleased. And if you're from Oregon, don't get your panties in a bunch. I'm from Oregon too. It's totally okay. Just own it. It's fine. You just asked to see their soliciting license because it's illegal for them to go door-to-door soliciting without it. Is it really, Rashana? I had no idea. That is good to know. Also, what exactly is soliciting? What does soliciting include? Because why does this guy have the right to be like, oh, no, I'm not a solicitor. You're fine. You're fine. Like, aren't you, though? Thank you, Samantha. Hey, Ra, how are you? On our door for 4 decades, and about 2% actually get that what it means. I avoid confrontation at all costs, PNW. Right? Exactly. When they tell you that Oregonian drivers are super polite to a point of fault when they drive, they're not wrong. It's a real thing. You get 4 Oregonians sitting at a 4-way stop sign, you're going to wait like 3 hours for somebody to go first. And then one person will go first or try to go first, and the other person will try to go first at the same time. Like, oh, no, I'm so sorry. You go first. Hey, what's up? Hey, Panda, how are you? It's so... You know, I'm going to throw some more confetti out for everybody. It's so good to see everybody tonight. And remember, if you haven't hit that like button, it's time to do it right now. I mean, you're still here. You might as well hit it. Tap that shit. A post sign that simply reads no. Oh, that's great. You're just frustrated and tired of being told. For sure. I get that. If they're trying to sell you something, they're a solicitor. Fair. Okay. Bring that over. You guys can see how this looks. Look how pretty it all is. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Okay, you guys, we have about 15 minutes until our next round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Up, so make sure that you are a subscriber. Make sure you're chatting it up with us, because that's the only way that you're going to be eligible to win, and you can get free shipping too. And it's insane how many people come to your door trying to sell electricity. You Texans are a bit more aggressive. I really do think that it is a society thing. It depends on where you're from, right? That's how people in Virginia drive. That was an insurance commercial in Allstate. Was it really? Well, it's real. That sheen. I know. That's the silk. It's so good. Push this back just a little bit. There we go. That's better. You'll get your code tonight. Yes, Samantha. You will get your code probably tomorrow or tonight, but it's going to be after the show. I can't get it to you right now, unfortunately. Much like you got your merch code the last time you got a code, I believe. Because I have to make them, and I have to make them specially for you. You hit the like button and didn't get shocked from it, so go for it. Exactly. Just go for it. It's not going to kill you guys, I promise. Like, we'll wave and say hi, but we're going to go first. It's polite aggression. I like it. I like it. I got in a big fight with my cousin's husband once. He's a cyclist. They don't live here. They live in Colorado. And he had posted on Facebook, this was years ago. He had posted on Facebook about how he thinks that stop signs are stupid for cyclists, that there's no reason for cyclists to have to stop at a stop sign. They can just look, and if nobody's coming, keep going, because when you make them stop at a stop sign, you're making them lose their speed, right? And I made the mistake of pushing back. I think my cousin actually pushed back is what it was. And then, not his wife, his sister-in-law. And then I said something, and it just became this whole thing. And he goes, "Are you going to tell me that as a driver, you stop at every stop sign?" I was like, "Yes, I do. I'm paranoid. Of course I stop at every stop sign. Who doesn't? Why wouldn't you?" And he's like, "You're a liar." I was like, "Oh, yeah, this is great." You like your Ring doorbell. You can tell people no thanks. Oh, that's a good point. We have one of those. Definitely find a new, for sure. What Roxanne said. Just hide and pretend you're not home. YouTube keeps putting my chat on top chat. Sorry if I missed anyone. No, not at all, Dawn. Buys books secondhand frequently. Can you give me an idea of what acceptable would be? I would say that acceptable used books, the spine isn't broken usually. That's a big one for me. The cover is still intact. There's not any loose pages in it. Those are generally my go-tos. If it's rough and beat up and, you know, maybe part of the cover, like the corner of the cover is ripped or something like that, I would like to know that, just that it's, you know, been extra well loved. I mean, it doesn't need to win a beauty contest or anything. It's a book. I'm reading it. You always hate cyclists. When you're walking, you hate drivers. And you That's amazing. Losing your speed is the point of a stop. Exactly. Thank you. It was the most, I don't know. It was just the douchiest thing a person could say. I was so angry. And then TK got into it because he decided to defend my honor, and he's never met this guy. So they went head to head, and it was great. It was real great. TK won that fight. You never answer the door unless you're expecting someone. Yeah, I feel that. Like, you don't want to observe me, that's cool, but come after me when I hit you because I have the right of way. Yep. And not all cyclists are like that. I'm not generalizing them. My aunt has been a cyclist for, oh my gosh, 40 years probably, I would say. Yeah, 30 years. Let's say 30. 30 to 40. And I mean, she used to be a co-owner of a local bike shop, but she's very self-aware when she's riding. She's very safe. She understands that she's sharing the road with pedestrians and with drivers. And so she's very respectful of that. But I mean, it's dangerous. It's certainly dangerous. She was driving down a hill at one point, and this was back in the 80s. So this was before Portland had gone full on embrace the cyclist vibe, right? Like there weren't any bicycle lanes or anything like that. So she was in a residential area riding down a hill, and this woman had parked her car and was not paying attention and opened her door up, and her driver door, and my aunt hit it immediately, just bam, and just tumbled down and ended up, I think she's got nuts and bolts. She's got metal in her hands now, or her arm or something, but she played drums. And so it caused that to be an issue. She plays now. She does just fine, but I know it messed things up for her for a long time. I don't remember a lot about it. I was very young when it happened. No problem, Michi. You live a few miles from a bike trail, so you have to watch out for cyclists all the time. It's very hypnotic. I see why everyone is addicted to these machines. It's cathartic and therapeutic on this end as well. Like, it's so soothing to just sit here and spin. When I finish work, even when I don't have shows, if I'm stressed or overwhelmed, TK will find me in here just sitting here spinning quietly for even just like 15 minutes, just coming in, relaxing for a moment, and then getting up and going and doing whatever it is I need to do. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Just spinning, just taking a moment to myself." Gracie doesn't like it. She's very jealous of it because it gets attention when she's not getting attention. And that's a problem for Gracie. Gracie's very, very needy. Yeah, I'm glad she can too. She's very good. He's been hit by cars while cycling 3 times in the past 7 years. He hasn't been hurt, but his bike has been damaged. The worst one got it replaced I had another friend, I think she was cycling. I don't remember though, honestly, and this was not in Portland. I think she got hit by a dump truck actually. She lost a good chunk of her leg. They had to replace it, like they had to graft it back on and stuff. It was brutal. And she's doing great. She's got this really cool tattoo across her calf now where the damage was done, and she can walk and everything. And it's pretty amazing to watch people bounce back like that. You know, the human body is certainly a work of art. You want to learn to spin? I recommend, even though I don't like using them that much, I do recommend starting with a drop spindle. I do not recommend an Ashland beginner spindle because they're super, super heavy. Don't get a big, chunky, heavy thing. I don't understand this, and I'm gonna let's pause and talk about this. So this blows my mind. Beginner spindles are these big, clunky, wooden things that are so hard to use. I don't get why that's sold as a beginner spindle, because why would you give somebody something to use that is hard to use? Like that's going to discourage them from trying to continue and move forward with it. Plus they're not pretty, quite frankly. Not everything has to be pretty, but it's kind of nice to have something that is pretty to look at. So I recommend, expect to pay anywhere between $20 to $100, depending on how fancy you get. But go on Etsy, find a nice, or even just go on Google and search for one, because I can't really get behind Etsy. So go to somebody's actual shop. But, go find a maker that makes drop spindles. There's some really lovely ones out there. Look at the hook and make sure it's kind of got a little bit of an angle to it so it holds your yarn, and then pick up some really nice BFL or something and just try it. It's a great way to start and try, because if you don't enjoy it, you haven't spent $600+ on a wheel that you now don't use. You've spent $150 tops, right? On the fiber and everything. And you can usually turn around and sell them. Drop spindles and especially spinning wheels do not lose their value generally. If I were to sell my Sparrow, I could probably sell it for close to, if not the same amount of money I bought it for. As long as it's in good shape, they just don't lose their value. So it is hard for sure, Jinxie, because you're trying to do so many things at once. So I recommend, I don't want to do it with this because it's part of my stuff. Let's do it with this. Here, I'll show you. I recommend when you're having that problem, Jinxie, I wish I had a drop spindle on me and I don't. So as a new spinner, right, I recommend when you have your fiber, if you need to, pull it in half so you're working with less at a time. That's perfectly fine. I still do that from time to time. And then if you're a new spinner and you're really trying to figure out how to do so many things, because you're sitting here with this spindle that's dropped down like this, right? And you're holding the string like this and you're drafting. There's a lot going on there. So to take one of those things away from you, at least in the beginning, Jinxie, I recommend taking your fiber after you've split it in at least half and just gently pulling on it like so. And you'll notice I'm not pulling close with my hands like this because the fibers are longer than that. I'm not going to be able to pull this apart. I would rip the fibers if I was able to pull this apart. So I bring my hand back here, and the fibers are much shorter than this. I mean, I'm giving it a lot of room. And I draft from there, and I just pull out a little bit until it's fluffy. Do it again. And this is called pre-drafting. And a lot of beginners will do this. A lot of people who aren't beginners will do this too. And all you're doing is you're just starting to draft this fiber so that it's ready to be spun. And the reason for this is so that when you're spinning it, you don't have to worry about drafting as much. Right now, you can just focus on trying to figure out how to spin. So that's a really great way to start and how to figure that out. I do only recommend doing that with small amounts at a time, because as you can see, once you draft it, it becomes like this cloud of puff or fluff, and you'll want to use it up because it'll felt really badly. So we'll probably incorporate this into what we're using. In fact, let's do it right now. Whoop, just like that. I'll show you how this works. So I've got this all pre-drafted basically. I won't have to do much here. just gonna get it connected, right? I'll draft it a little bit because I want it to be smaller than this. But you can see I'm not doing much. Most of this is just going right in there. It's a little fatter than I would want, but that's okay. So yeah, the pre-drafting is really nice if you're just starting out because it makes life so much easier. I've got a little too much kink in there. Way too much kink now. Okay, hold on. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah, we're going to break this off because I don't like that. There we go. That's better. That was on me, though. I think I need to tighten my tension on here a little bit as part of the problem. So yeah, you don't really have to do much once you're at this point with the pre-drafting. You're just kind of guiding it with your fingers is all. And you're still going to do a little bit of drafting, which is good because it teaches you how to draft while you're guiding the yarn to the drop spindle or to the wheel. But you don't have to do nearly as much. Okay, I don't know what's going on here though. Hold on. We're going to tighten this up just a little bit because it's being funky and now I've got yarn getting really big and I don't want it to. See this? This does not make me happy, but that's okay. We'll make it work. There we go. Much better. Just got a little excited there. Okay. We'll bring this back up a little bit. It goes at 44. We'll get back there. But you can see, like I said, this, because I pre-drafted this, I'm not getting those big chunks, right? Targi is really good for too, Roxanne. She's not wrong. That's a great option. I totally understand that. I had some kink that I had to work out first, but thank you for reminding me. There we go. TK pointed out that the bobbin wasn't even in the shot anymore. You know what? I think I can fix that too so that it is more in the shot for you guys. Just give me 1 second. I'll see what I can do. Perfect. Oh, you guys, we're past game time. Hot damn, I'm so sorry. Let me finish up this little bump right here, and then we'll go right into our next round of Wheel Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. That's on me. I was doing a little tutorial, and I got caught up in it. It is wheel time. Michi, thank you so much. Just like they can with any other craft. Absolutely. Does it hurt your fingers after time? Jesse, yeah, Monster's right. Your fingers can start to get sore after a while. It doesn't really hurt. If I'm trying to spin cotton, that starts to dry out my hands, and that's not enjoyable. More than anything, my hands will start to get sticky. And I don't mean sweaty necessarily, but not really sweaty though, but kind of sweaty. That's not what it is. It's that there's constant stimulation on them, and so they start to puff up a little bit and retain water, and so then it starts to stick on the fiber, and it doesn't spin as nicely. I don't know if that makes sense without sounding weird and gross. Oh, Jessica, I'm glad to hear it. We try to do as much little quick tutorials as we can for you guys. It is time for our next round of Wheel Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. I just try to make the show not all tutorial because I know that can get boring for people. Okay, let's just go ahead and pop this in here real quickly and then find out who our winner is going to be. I just want to get picked. That's fair. I could also finish a little bump before we game. Oh, snap, Laura. Roxanne, I think you were already on my list, though. You are. I can't do it because I already sang your name once. So we're going to pick another winner, Roxanne. You will be eligible again. Let's see. On no, I lied. May 1st. Hey, I just realized tomorrow's 4/20. Winner, chicken dinner. Coco, are you on my list? You're not, Coco. You can win. It's so exciting. Congratulations. You are our second contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups tonight. Let's get that wheel up for you. Hello, Wheel. You're so handsome. You're beautiful, too. You're whatever you want to be. Coco, you know what's on this wheel, so I'm just going to spin it for you. You ready? Let's do it. Oh no, not a game over.
Game over.
Coco, I'm so sorry. The good news is you'll be eligible to play again on Monday. The bad news is you didn't win anything tonight, but you did win my love and affection and appreciation for the fact that you are a subscriber and you are part of the Boss Kitty family. We love you and we appreciate you. You've been here almost basically since the beginning, so thanks. We'll get out of here.
See you later, alligator.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, I think it's time for us to do our stretches.
It's time to stretch.
Let's have it out for you. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling it tonight. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go straight into it. I'm actually going to do some neck stretches real quickly. Don't run away just because we're doing stretches. I know it's not everybody's favorite thing, but you would be amazed how good it is for you to just remember, oh, that one popped, to stop and stretch from time to time. You know? And it doesn't have to be the stretches I do necessarily. You can do any stretches that work for you. So if you need to do other types of stretches, feel free. This is the time to do those. It's just a gentle reminder to do them. And I always feel better after I do them too. It wasn't nice at all, Ramona. You are not wrong. Okay, it feels good. So I'm going to extend my other hand forward, bring it across, and you're just kind of holding your arm with your forearm at the elbow. Sometimes this is easy and sometimes it's not. Seriously, after our car accident, I couldn't do that to save my life. Okay, so I'm going to extend my hand out now and I'm going to hold onto my fingers like so. And I'm stretching the underside of my forearm. Now, for less of a stretch, I can put my elbow on the table and do it this way. But I really want that stretch tonight, so I'm just going to do it this way. Just be careful. Don't hurt yourself. And you'll want to sit up while you do your stretches. That's really important. If you're slouching over, you're really not doing much for yourself. I think there's a piece of hair in my shirt. It's driving me crazy. We'll come forward with our other hand. Bring this forward like this. Perfect. Boop, 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 boop. Feels so good. Okay. Does anyone else sometimes use this time to take a bathroom? Oh, yeah. People do it all the time, Brittany. I'm 100% sure people get coffee, bathroom breaks, food. Like this is the commercial period during TV or movies or whatever. It's your intermission. Okay, so now I'm flopping my hand forward and I'm just pressing gently down here and I'm actually just stretching my wrist at this point. Oh no, Shrina. Small ganglion cyst from your right wrist. Bible cyst, oh, I'm gonna smash it soon. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever had one. Are they, I mean, they're not dangerous. Are they painful at all? And so I'm still stretching my wrist out. I'm just stretching backwards like so, and then I'm bringing my hand forwards as well. We're going to go ahead and do the other one, or Tylenol, yep. Put the kittens to bed, that kind of thing. You're just gently, like I said, you're just gently pressing down on it. Oh, it feels so good. Now we're going to bring our hand forward. I felt that pop. And we're going to bring it this way. I guess it was towards me and then away from me is what it actually is, not forward. Oh, good. Wednesday should definitely get her stretches in. Okay, go ahead and roll your shoulders a little bit, and we're going to go down into our workspace. We're going to go ahead and do our finger stretches. Finger stretches is what this all started with. Do not smash it. Don't smash it. Oh, the cyst. Hi, Rat. How are you? Surprise! And they drive you crazy. It's been a long time since you've had one. They can get big, though. Oh, that's good to know. So the reason that I do this is I'm just kind of working my joints and my fingers, right? And I'm making sure to pay attention to each finger and each digit and that it has movement on its own. Thinks and I have it, and even told the doctor at the hospital I have it, and you were correct. Hi, how I disappear, how are you? So that's your stretching. That's fair, Panda. They do it smash drains like, okay, fair. That sounds delightful, you guys. Oh my gosh. That's the worst. I think Khan has something like that right above his eyebrow area. If cats had eyebrows, he's got some type of little bump there. We've talked to the doctor about it multiple times, and they've said that it's nothing for us to worry too much about. So I don't worry about it, but I do watch it because I get a little nervous sometimes. I'm like, what if it gets bigger? It has not. It got bigger originally when he first got it, and then it just stopped. So I think he's fine. It's not too big where it like causes any issues with his eyesight or anything. You can't even really see it unless you're like up in his face, which I am all the time because I am that type of cat mom. Mental health. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But congratulations on the internship. I'm glad you caught it too, how I disappear. Oh, it's so good to see everybody. And guys, just remember, we are coming up on May, and that is Doctor Who month here at Boss Kitty Live. We'll be dropping 2 boxed sets, our Doctor Who inspired box sets. One will have doctors in it, and one will be companions and monsters and stuff like that. Those will drop the end of May, and we will do an early release party for our patrons. So if you haven't signed up as a Patreon yet, you can head over to patreon.com/bosskitty and sign up at any level. We have Gracie's Gang, which is the $5 level. We have Cult of Con, which is the $10 level, and we have Hazel's Heroes at $25. I believe at Cult of Con, after 3 months, you get a specialty sticker. And at Gracie's Gang, Hazel's Heroes, the $25 a month, after 3 months, you get a special Boss Kitty tote bag that is not available anywhere else. I don't have this tote bag, actually. I kind of wish I did. So just a quick reminder on those. And then you also get, I think, free shipping at the top tier, and you guys get flash sales from time to time when we are getting rid of a colorway. Me too, Panda. Must appease the hubby by budgeting. Do we know how much the box sets will be? So I will know by next week for sure. I need to talk to TK about how many colorways we're doing in each one. That's really what the holdback is on it. Is deciding if we're doing 5 or 6. Yikes, stripes. That got really thin right there. I'm not happy about that. Oh well. Oh well. I'm going to push this back just a little bit. There we go. It is the best of tote bags. That's what I've been told. I've been told it's a really nice tote bag. Ooh, Michi, that's really exciting. Baby kittens are 6 weeks today. They started box training in solid foods. They're growing so fast. Oh, they always do. I did. My friend posted it in our little D&D chat. I was super excited. It looks fantastic. They went to the same high school I went to. Cassandra, hello, and congratulations on the new job. We've been doing well. How are you doing? You know, just moving chaos, getting used to the new house, trying to get things unpacked, getting ready for local yarn shop day. That kind of stuff. You know, same old, same old. I have no game this weekend, though, which is unheard of, so I'm going to put the studio together. I hope mostly get a lot of yarn dyed up and maybe work in my yard on Saturday because it's supposed to be sunny for a hot second. 8 months old soon. I think Zuzu's about 8 months old. Pretty close to. You have so many whips already. There's nothing wrong with having lots of whips, Dawn. It means that your brain is constantly active and you're putting it to the use. You know, it keeps things exciting. There's nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, it's kind of like a pantry for me. If I don't have at least 2 or 3 whips going on or more, I get nervous. I get a little uncomfortable. It's like when you open your pantry and you've only got a few cans of beans or something and you're like, oh shit, what am I going to do? Andy, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. You made it. Yay! That's so good to see everybody. Just real quick. There you go. Okay. There we go. Just flying through this. Not really. I think we're still probably not even at the halfway point, but that's okay. It's gonna look so good with this fiber though. You live around 5 whips or more. I love the way you worded that. And do whips count? So here's the question. When you say you've got whips, so many whips, right? Are we just talking one type? So just knitting, just crochet, just fiber, just spinning? Like, do they all count together? Sewing, painting, whatever it is? When I start canning, will that be considered a whip? These are my questions. There we go. A painting whip and a crochet whip. Panda has answered for me. Congratulations, T. Tote bags with whips. It's like going on a trip every day and I leave my house with bags. Yeah, and you never get bored. You've had an accident-prone week. Pro tip, always watch your sewing machine as you... Oh, no! Are you okay? 100-day projects is keeping me busy, and my brother's twins are out of the NICU, so I need to get those blankets made. Congratulations on the twins, Auntie. When I first got Wednesday, she had to be like 3 months old, but not sure because she's very thin. Okay, for sure. All whips matter. I love it. All the whips are included. I agree. They're all very important. Spinning, knitting, crocheting, anything and everything. Your day was miserable. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's so funny because I'll take a project with me no matter where I'm going. Even if I'm going to the dentist to have my braces adjusted and I know I'm not going to be in the waiting room that long, just in case I take it with me. And it never fails. If I forget it, then they're behind and I have to sit out there with absolutely nothing to work on. And it sucks. Okay, let's turn that. So it's going this way. Perfect. And then we're going to just move this a little bit that way. Excellent. I do knitting whips, sometimes spinning, every other craft. I only have 1 or 2 in progress, so I don't count any of the non-knit crochet or spinning. That's fair. Good. You just sewed the tip of your finger a bit. Oh my gosh. Well, at least you know it's not going to split open because you sewed it. Ha 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 ha. See what I did there? As long as it's a work in progress, it's a whip. I like rock in progress. That's good. Always have a whip with you. Whip it good, guys. You have 3 knitting whips, 2 crochet, tons of sewing because you can't take that with you whenever you go. I know, isn't that the worst? I haven't had my sewing machine out since early COVID times. I was making a bunch of masks before we all just decided to buy them, and it broke down. I need to take it in to get it looked at. But I don't really have a place to sew, and I am not a strong seamstress. Like, it's not... Sewing is not the thing that I am drawn to. I tried so hard. I wanted to be a sewer, and I'm good at it. I'm not great at it. But, yeah, it just never was my thing. Looking away from the sewing machine, so it's scary to look away. Yeah, I bet it would be shocking. Turn this up just a little bit. There we go. That's better. You're no longer allowed to cook without chainmail on your non-dominant hand. I mean, TK has tried to burn his hand apart multiple times cooking. Secretly, I think he does it on purpose so he doesn't have to cook. Trying to figure out what you want to make with the yarn that you have. What kind of yarn is it, Jessica? You crochet whenever you're with family and not driving. You'll crochet a project till you can't see anymore. Yep, I'm the same way. Greets me, he says, need help? Because I have all the bags. You have 2 sewing machines, but you focus mainly on historical hands. I love, and your historical work is so beautiful. Like, it's awe-inspiring. I have a really nice sewing machine that TK and his folks got, my folks got me for, he and my folks got me for the holidays years ago. And I've used it a lot. I do love it. I made my nephew a cape with it. Like I said, there's not a lot of room for it, and it's not the thing that gets me excited. You hemmed your pants with sewing machine, and they're just a little uneven. That's okay. You only have 1 whip going on right now. Super focused on it. Normally at least 3. That's impressive, though, right? Yeah, having only 1 whip, that means it's something really special. Bicep from a cookie sheet burn. It's a miracle I can even... Oh my gosh. See, and now you're talking about cookie sheets, and now I'm thinking about cookies, and I haven't had dinner, so I'm so hungry right now. So hungry. I'm like, oh, that's nice that you have a scar, but cookies. I'm the worst. Okay. So we're going to bring this back over just a little bit because it's not quite where I want it to be, but I'm going to bring this up so you guys can see it. I know it's white and so it's reflective, but Laura's right. It's got a really nice sheen on it. You can kind of see it in here. There you go. It's just so lovely, you guys. I wish you all could just kind of come through your tablets and your phones and your TVs and just squish it because it's so freaking soft. You crochet with when your husband drives. It keeps my stress level down. TK hates when I do that. He hates when I knit or crochet while he's driving because he wants me to look at things with him while he drives. Like, he loves to go on drives, and so the drive itself is part of the experience. We've learned to compromise, though. Like, I will tell him, hey, I'm in a knitting mood today. That's what's going to happen, but I can still look at stuff. I can still interact with you, but I also don't do it all the time, and I used to do it all the time. And I get that. It makes him kind of feel like a chauffeur, and I don't want him to feel that way. And that's what marriage is, guys. You all know that. It's compromise. I mean, it's also other things, but it's a lot of compromise. Ooh, Jessica, do you know what weight it is? And is it, so does that mean it's kind of like an gradient? No one is stopping you. The lack of cookies is stopping me. There are no cookies in my house right now. But there are some delicious chicken sausages in my house. And there's stuff to make grilled cheese turkey sandwiches with Swiss cheese. Ooh, so tasty. That bobbin looks so pretty with the orange peeking out right here. I know. So this is the BFL we did on Monday. And I think it was Monday and last Wednesday, I think. And we're going to ply it with this white BFL silk. I'm very excited about it. It's very tropical looking. I did not buy this fiber. I think it was gifted to TK to use as felting. And he never did it, and we've had it for a long time. It's from let me double check. I don't think that's actually right. Let's see. It is from Red Dog Fibers. I'm like, I know Long Dog still exists, and I don't know if they exist or not. Hand-dyed natural fibers for you to enjoy. And it was called Citrus, and it's 100% BFL. And yeah, there's no website on here. There's an email address. So they were clearly in the infancy of their business at that point in time. He's a pretty decent egg most of the time. I'm a pretty decent egg most of the time. Sometimes we get on each other's shells, but that's okay. I've done that with my brother when he drives. It keeps me from buying. Used to knit in cars, but riding cars so infrequently now that knitting makes you a little car sick. That can happen for sure. I've felt that before. Yeah. Got some keto-friendly ice cream bars, and oh my god, they're amazing. Ooh. I love ice cream so much. So, my friend, one of the people that I game with, it was her birthday this last weekend, so we had our gaming weekend, which we do for all of our friends. And the picture up here? I don't. You guys saw it before in the old studio, the picture of all our characters that I showed you. Our other friend had that put on an ice cream cake for her, and so we all got a piece of ice cream cake, and it had our character on it, and I couldn't finish it because it was ice cream cake, and immediately my stomach was like, nope, 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 nope. I was like, but I didn't eat her face. I was so sad. I ate it later. I paid the price, but it was worth it. I was like, nom, nom, nom. Yes, please, Jessica. Cotton, number 2, fine. Ooh, it would make a really pretty shawl. And get motion sickness. A lot of people do. You guys have 5 minutes until our final round of the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups, and then we're going to go into show and tell. So number 1, make sure you're a subscriber. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button, please. And chat it up with us. Ooh, my phone just exploded. I don't know what that was. Now you need ice cream. I think everybody always needs ice cream. I can have lactose-free ice cream. That doesn't bother me so much. Like that's perfectly fine. Doesn't give me tummy problems. It keeps me from bugging him. That's fair. That's fair. You work in a school cafeteria. We recently shared with the band for a special fundraiser event. Coworker told me some horrors with a kid not using a hot pad. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's terrifying. You can't crochet as a passenger. It makes you sick. I can't read as a passenger. Crochet and knit, unless I'm not feeling good anyway, I can usually do, but reading is out the window. I'll read for about 20 minutes and then I'm sick as a dog. When I was a kid, I pushed it anyway. It didn't matter because I loved reading so much. Perfect. Thank you, Jessica. You know, you can put the picture in show and tell if you want to, and then we can look it over together as a group. If you're gaming, you can't watch your character fall or anything or you'll get motion. Oh, you mean like a video game? For sure. I haven't played video games in so long. I'm like, gaming, seeing the character fall. That's in your mind though. What? But you can knit because you can do that without looking. Exactly. Andy, so I can knit without looking usually. And I think that that's much easier for me than crochet is in the car. It will always turn to ice cream, Dawn. Ice cream is my there are two things in the world, two types of food that are my favorite food in the whole world. Are you ready? Ice cream and pad thai. And both of them cause my Crohn's to go crazy. They are the only two things I have found so far that flare it up the way that they do. And it is so lame. It pisses me off because they are my two favorite things in the whole world as far as food goes. And it's nuts because the ice cream issue, like I said, I've found workarounds for that. I haven't really found a workaround for the pad thai because I think it's the spice in there. And I'll hurt myself. Like I just won't care. I'll be like, well, I'm going to try this place. Maybe this place will be fine. TK's like, don't do it. Don't freaking do this to yourself. And I get it. And I don't even get like a quarter of the way into my meal before I'm sick. And I am sick for the next 4 or 5 hours, if not a day or two. Yeah, I know, right? It's so freaking sad. It might be Thai food in general. I haven't tried anything else. I haven't tried any curries or anything. Because I'm a pad thai girl, but I know for a fact that pad thai does it. Breaks my heart. Thank you, Yarn Pirate. Oh my gosh, Auntie, it's so delicious. It's like magic noodles and a sweet, spicy peanut sauce. It's so good. And it's good with beef, it's good with chicken, it's good with shrimp, it's good with tofu. You get extra vegetables on it. It's so delicious. There are some pad thais out there that are not good. Like they're really ketchupy. Not a fan. Not my thing. Hi. What's up? We have a special visitor, kids. Well, we have 2 special visitors. Ruh-roh. This is going to get interesting. Come on over. Come here, stink ball. Oh, this is a Miss Zuzu. Miss Zuzu is not really a fan of being up here usually. Oh, sweetheart. Hi. Can you turn this way so people can see you? Nope. We're just going to be silly, huh? Zuzu is about 8 months old now, I would say. Right? About that? Are you okay? It's okay. I'll put you down here in a second. You can't go down. Nope. And she's going to be... We're done. Zuzu wanted down, so Zuzu's down. She's my spicy kitty. She's okay, though. She is okay, isn't she? Will you go check on her, please? She's fine. She got a little spooked, I think is what it is. Anyway, that's Zuzu. I think that's the most aggressive she's ever been on the show with you guys before. So she was not having it. Sorry about that. We tried. She's like, nope, I'm done. I'm out. It's the first time she's hissed at me in months. I know. Poor girl. If you can get it with rice noodles, you could eat it. It typically has flat, gluten-y noodles. That's true. They do make it. You can get it with rice noodles, though. For sure. That's my preference, actually. I know. Her paws are the cutest freaking thing. Chicken egg intolerance, but thankfully he is okay with duck eggs. Oh, that's fascinating. She is getting super big. She's also driving Gracie crazy. No problem, Yarn Pirate. Zuzu is a teenager. I know, it's breaking my heart. Ugh. She's not a little baby anymore. Out for our sweet and sour sauces like barbecue sauce because you're allergic. Oh, really, Ramona? Thank you, Megan. They are. Her orange is really coming through. She's so beautiful. All my kitties are pretty beautiful, though. I know I'm biased, but they really are. You guys know what time it is? It is time for our final round of the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups, kiddos. One last round tonight. That's it. That's all we got. And then it's the weekend. And then it's Monday, and we do this all over again. Sorry, I got a little excited there. Like, a little excited. I'm going to move myself. That's how excited I got. She's still a baby in our hearts. She is. Don't tell me she's driving. No. That means she's also in the bathrooms at school smoking. Because she's that kind of kid. Don't get me wrong. She's my problem child. You want a kitty like Zuzu. She's a handful. But she's worth it. I love her so much. Panda! Oh my goodness. Congratulations on being our final contestant of the evening. Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Let's get that wheel out for you. What? No. Hello. How did that even happen? That was weird. Hello, wheel. You're being weird and I don't care. That's fine. Oh, Crochet, that's miserable. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Panda, this wheel, it's for you. I'm going to spin it right now. Bam. See what happens. You get a dad joke, except for you don't actually get a dad joke.
Congratulations, you're a winner!
I think you should read this. Okay, so we don't have dad jokes right now. They're on the other computer, which is not set up yet. So I have, what are these called? They're straight to the point oracle cards, basically. They are, I don't give a shit. I'm going to tell it like it is, oracle cards, and I'm calling them dad advice. So Wheel, we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
And Panda, I'm going to pick a card for you. I'm not going to tell it in my dad voice. Should I tell it in my dad voice? I don't have my dad clothes on, though. Dad advice. Dad advice. It's told by a lady, but it's dad advice. He looks for everything. Okay. We're going to go with TK. Come pick a card for Panda. Pick a card, any card. Hold on. Pick a card, any card. Not that card. This blue one right here. Okay. Here's your dad voice. You ready, sport? Hey there, sport. Dad advice is take a shot. Don't take 12. Don't take 1. Okay, maybe take 2. Move on. Let it go. Take your shot. Move on to the next thing. I'm going to give you 2 of these because this one was a little weird. Ask a fucking expert. That's what it says. The other side says, don't rely on your friends or the internet. That would be me. Listen to a damn professional. Ask an expert. There you go. You got 2. You got take your shot and ask a fucking expert. I don't know what that means to you, but I'm sure it means something. Thanks, kiddo. Okay. Oh my gosh. And thank you so much for being a supporter and a subscriber and part of our Boss Kitty family. We really do appreciate that. You love the dad joke voice. I will do it with the dad voice next time. I'll make sure the pipe's somewhere around here. This card is giving you mixed messages. I know it's all over the place. I'm not an expert. It's telling you to ask an expert. Oh, I am an expert in yarn. I see what you're saying there. And we also want to give a shout out to our patrons. And I don't know if this has been updated this week. So if you're not on here yet, my apologies. Just a quick shout out to our patrons. As we've talked about before, we do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/BossKitty, and any of you can sign up. It's as low as $5 a month up to $25. And it's really a great way for you to just help support the business and make it bigger, badder, and better all the time. We also have really cool little things for you guys, like early release parties for box sets. You guys get early release parties for grab bags. Usually the patrons are the only ones that get the grab bags because we sell out. We do Fleece to Finish projects. We do little songs and dances, and you guys get extra content all the time. Sometimes you get to vote on extra colorways. Once we hit 75 patrons, and we are awfully close, I think we're 8 patrons away, we will be doing a slew of haikus from TK, so you'll get to listen to his sultry, sexy voice do haikus. And once we hit 100 patrons, you kids, the patrons, get to vote on a yarn colorway and create your own yarn colorway that will be Patreon exclusive and will always be available in all of our bases. So thank you to all our patrons. We love you, adore you, and yeah. And yeah, that works, right? Okay, I think TK just said something to me and I have no idea what it was. But on that note, let's go ahead and mute ourselves so we can call. Let's go ahead and listen to Kitty Kitty. It's time for show and tell.
Yay!
We're going to start with Samantha. Here's her family in Mexico at her aunt's wedding. Lovely. And here's her mom and her aunt on the beach in Mexico. I love the lights at this wedding. It's really neat, Samantha. Here's the chunky book that I want when I make crochet. When I make crochet stuffed animals from the other books that I got. Oh, those are really cool. I love the jellyfish right there. Oh, and the sloth. Crochet Mom. Getting anything done is very hard with these little guys. This is my baby Marley, my grumpy old lady, and my best friend. Oh, they're so pretty. The coloring on this cat back here with the brown is just stunning. Look at this sweet, sweet pup dog. That dog is like, where's my attention? These cats are killing me. Dawn, I am learning to make flower granny squares for the 100-day project. Working on day 57 now. On day 3 of the flower granny square. So 57, day 3 of the flower square. Thank you for letting me share. Sending love and well wishes to everyone. Thank you, Dawn. And your squares are getting more beautiful with each day. I love these flowers. They look perfect. The colors are great too. But look at those stitch details. That's amazing. Ah, it's amazing. Good job. Rashana, since last time we were talking about theater, I thought I would show off my husband's backstage pass collection from his work. What? This is amazing. Let's see. I can't even read all these. I don't have my glasses, unfortunately, still, so I can't see a lot of these. I do see Weezer in there, though. I'm going to have to come in and really look at that. Does that say Duran Duran down there? Sweet. This is really cool. You guys should come in and take a look because it's really neat. Incubus is in here. Very cool. Dave Cook. And then this one's got... Yeah, there's a ton. Does he have these framed? That's so freaking cool. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Elizabeth 84. Hexagon cardigan progress as of the start of the show. Also testing my new phone for amateur astrophotography. So, oh my god, you're just flying through this and the colors are so pretty. I love it. Wow. I also like that it matches your hook down here, which is a G hook. I know that hook by the heart. This looks great. Seriously, the fact that you took these photos with your phone is blowing my mind. What is this down here? Is that the moon? There's no way that's the moon. That's beautiful. Premier just cotton from Dollar Tree. Oh, really? Michibi finally finished a pillowcase cover. We'll gift this to my son who is moving into his own apartment May 1st. Oh my goodness, congratulations to your son. That's exciting. Sharing a pic of Jojo, our bunny in heaven. It's her death day today. Oh, my condolences, and I'm glad that you are remembering her on that day. This is beautiful yarn. I love it. And the pillow turned out perfect. I hope your son loves it as much as I do. What a great gift. Oh, hello, Jojo. I bet you are missed hard and dearly. Sweet bunny. Oh, here's the Turkish lamp. This is the lamp that we purchased. Yes, it's already in our home. It is 6 feet tall. We're getting a little plant stand to stand it on, so it's a little bit taller. Like I said, TK's not sure how he feels about it. I like it. I think it's neat. It's very heavy and swingy. It swings. All of it swings. He thinks it's a little much. Skittles Kid, my handsome guy, keeping an eye on me while I'm feeling under the weather. Oh, that is sweet. My sister, birthday is tomorrow, wink wink, so I made her a special kind of bear. What a special birthday for your sister. And a painting I did for acrylic April. Oh, thank you, Bubbles. Oh, look at that sweet face. So good. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Andy. This bear is hilarious. I love it. I love that his eyes are red. I need to make one for TK. Oh, Yarn Pirate, thank you. Yeah, I really like it. Thank you, Crocheted. Oh, this is beautiful, Skittles. Seriously, like, just great work. Oh, all the texture and everything. Ooh, what happened there? Let's not. There we go. Megan tried to make onigiri. Starting to make a dice bag using buttons and bravery and my big boy marvel. This looks delicious. Is it just like fried rice? Like fried rice patties? Oh, it looks so good. 420 is a special day for you too. It's when Mr. Bubbles proposed to you. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, guys. Oh my gosh. And you're making a dice bag out of buttons and bravery. I love it. I hope you're enjoying it. It's beautiful. I love this color so much. We changed it at one point in time and added some of the ectoplasm green to it, and I'm so glad we did. You're just trying to do coursework, but Marvel is saying no. That's hilarious. Aaron Zupanda, my stack of granny squares I don't know what to do with yet, and some fruit I made with kids during art time. You make an amazing sweater out of those is what you make, because they look so squishy and soft and wonderful. And look at that yarn. Also, look at your nails. Your nails are always so amazing. They match this grape. They look great. They look grape. This is super, super cute. I like that your banana has brown in it. That's the best. Oh my gosh. Bubbles, BK, and a new tea project on the needles. What? Made meatball ramen from a meal kit tonight for dinner. That sounds delicious. Wanted to quit for the day when Valley leaned up against my chest this morning. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. Oh, it's so stunning. You're so freaking talented. I love it. Your ramen looks good. I also really, really like your pants, by the way. They look very comfortable. I would have quit work today too. This is what Gracie does to me at work every day. If I'm sitting and not standing at my desk, she will jump up in my lap and she pushes everything away. She's like, "We're done with work. It's us time right now." I'm like, "Well, I can't say no to that." You're wearing your Bubbles cardigan. Wingnut 8676, a turtle I made for my friend's baby shower. I made Scrump from Lilo and Stitch. Awesome. And do anyone else's kids use their bed as a pillow? This is adorable. I love that soft, big, fluffy velour yarn. It's just so nice. Don't say oops. Pajamas all day, every day, girl. Seriously. So cute. I even like the little belly button you did. This is wonderful. Your niece is going to love it. Does everybody else's kids use their bed as a pillow? I have been known to do this. It does happen. Kids fall asleep wherever they can. Like their bodies are still flexible. They don't hurt. They can fall asleep anywhere. It's no big deal. Andy the Nitrous busted out my loom again. Time for kitchen towels. It's so pretty. I'm so, what's the word I'm looking for? Overwhelmed with trying to use the loom. I have one and we're going to use it on our patron show, but I'm a little intimidated by it. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I cannot bring myself to try to set up the warp or anything on it. I have to watch a bunch of tutorials. We'll see, but this is gorgeous. Wingnet, sorry for the second post, but need the project ideas. Help, no worries, and I told you to, so this is perfectly fine. So you got the Halloween stuff. This really would make a really nice shawl, like a Halloween-inspired shawl, especially if you did one that was a circular shawl where it came from the middle out, because you would have that green that would go into the blue that would go into the purple. So I would recommend going to Ravelry. This looks like it's a light fingering weight. You could even put the Hobie yarn in there and it'll tell you what weight it is. I would do a Ravelry search based off of the yardage and the weight, and I would look for shawls and then just find one you like. You can also, like I said, you can go ahead and look at the yarn itself and it'll show you other projects people have made with that yarn, which is always really helpful too. Jinxie, Juniper says hello. Hello, Juniper. You have beautiful eyes, sweetheart. Weaving is so relaxing. I need to try it. Hello, Christine. Aloha to you as well. It's so good to see you. You can do it, BK. Warp that loom. Join us. I'm scared to death for mine, but I'm working on it. I will. I promise. I will do it. JK almost finished warping, and maybe I will finish this fade cardigan before the 1st. Oh, this is beautiful. You guys are so inspiring. You're winging that. Wonderful, Jessica. Love it. I love the colors you chose for this. On the border for the baby blanket for my sister-in-law, 99.9% cotton and 0.1% dog hair, courtesy of Charlie. Thank you, Coco. This is so cute. And the dog hair is very important, in case anybody's wondering. Super, super important. Oh, we've got somebody writing, so I'm going to let Loon get her message up here because it's probably another show and tell, and we'll show that off here real quickly, and then we'll wrap it up because it'll be the last one, I think. You want to make a mandala and turn it into a parasol. Oh, that would be really cool, Bubbles. We have a storm going on, so you have multiple fur babies in the office. Renoa is laying under your desk and panics when you move. Oh my gosh, that's too much. Okay. Let's see here. What does everybody else have to say? I'm going to go to the full host. And we can talk a little bit. There was a question that somebody... A bat shawl would be really cool. Yes. And people, people use those hobbies all the time for shawl yarn. That's what I would recommend for sure. So Loon, I don't know if we're going to... There it is. Okay. So we're going to go back real quickly. And we'll just show off Loon's pictures real quickly. A little Mothman and some mushroom keychains and pins I made. I hope everyone has a good day. Thank you, Loon. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love all the different textures on it. You're going to have to make 5 8-foot What? That's insane. And then these are the little mushroom keychains you made. They're so adorable. I love their little hats and their little eyeballs. It's too much for me. Oh my gosh. You guys, what a great show and tell, and it just kept coming as we were going, which I love that interaction. It's so good. You all are so fantastic. I am really loving and inspired by all of the weaving and the painting, and we had some sculpting in there. It's all over the place. It's just so good. I hope that you find something to do with your yarn. Let us know if you have any questions in Discord, or I'd love to see what pattern you decide to use it for. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Remember, you can head over to patreon.com/bosskitty and sign up at any of those levels, and there's extra content there. If you're ever like, man, I miss BK right now, and it's the weekend, there's a lot of VODs that you have access to over there. And you can always watch our VODs here on the show as well. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, now's a great time to do it. You will be eligible to be a part of our subscriber giveaway if you are a subscriber and you comment on one of the VODs from April. And that subscriber giveaway is coming up real soon. We're on April 19th, which is mind-boggling to me. Once again, if you're going to be in Oregon on Local Yarn Shop Day, we will be in Salem at Wild Knits, and we would love to see you. Until Monday, my loves, at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, we will see your adorable faces again. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and as always, happy crafting. Good night!